Yeah, so where I want to begin at, right, in this interview, and shout out to Jamala, right? So today, Jamala um was asked about how she feel about the rumors that surrounding Suge Knight may have allegedly has something to do with the Tupac assassination. Now, the interviewer, I feel like, was taking a little shot at me because, part of my theory is that Death Row has something to do with Tupac being assassinated, with the dirty pig, Porky, Rodent Rat Jr. allegedly being involved. But the interviewer uh, is stuck on the whole Keefy D thing. So I think that when they asked that question, that they thought they was gonna get a ah choke. You nothing you say sound remotely true, and they got shocked, right? And how I know they got shocked because they wasn't expecting the answer in there, and I could tell they were shocked because it was certain information that's public knowledge to many of us that follow this case that the interviewer didn't even know about, which I will get to in it, right? So, um, as you can see, you know, the interviewer didn't want to say anything about where the theory came from, but they just said it. They just said that it was just rumors on the internet, and like I said, I'm sure they was expecting the, Jamala to be like, "Nah, get out of here," like as if they was talking to Reggie or something. Or somebody that's close to Reggie. And surprisingly, they got a clear yes. And they had very valid reasons to think that, right? Like the first one. Jamala stated that uh Suge Knight, I'm saying allegedly, but because I wasn't there, but she was there, so it's not alleged on her behalf because she's witness. She witnessed this. That she stated that Suge Knight allegedly talked Tupac out of taking his bulletproof vest to Vegas, which is completely odd to me, right? Because why would he give a hoot if Pac took his vest or wore his vest, right? Right? And she said that he tells Pac that he doesn't need his vest because he got him, right? Like this dude tells Tupac, you don't need your vest. Don't worry about that. I got you. Like he Iron Man, right? Which is also funny because in one of his interviews, the dude is like, Suge is like, he shielded Pac when the shooting started happening. Pac tried to dive in. Well, one time he says Pac tried to dive in the back seat and he grabbed him and told him, get down. And then another time he said when the bullets went off, he jumped over Pac. That's how he got hit in the head and stuff, right? And he shielded him and covered him when the shots went off, right? But according to Jamala, Tupac's cousin, Suge talked him out of even bringing his vest to Vegas, right? This is why Pac didn't have his vest, according to her, right? Second thing that she talked about, and I'm only saying allegedly to protect myself legally, but you can watch the interview for herself. This is no alleged on her behalf. She said Suge Knight talked Tupac out of going to Atlanta to deal with his family and insisted that he was to go to Vegas with them, right? Now, we all know the story, and if you don't know the story, I'll give you a quick little backstory of why Tupac wanted to go to Atlanta. Uh, his cousin, who is a recovering addict at the time, had stole Tupac's guns and went and sold them, I guess allegedly to get high or whatever. So Pac was highly upset that he was still dealing with substance abuse in the family, and he wanted to go check his cousin, but Suge insisted that um he go to Vegas and go deal with that later, right? Now, at this time, they had Pac House in Calabasas. Suge came out there and to meet up Pac with Pac and them so they all could drive out to Vegas, right? Now, according to Jamala, right? Um, Kadada Jones, Quincy Jones' daughter, seemingly didn't trust Suge and was very observant that Suge was adamant about Pac going to Vegas and that he didn't need his bulletproof vest. Like she was a little uneasy about, him allegedly forcing Pac to go to Vegas and telling him that he didn't need his bulletproof vest. According to Jamala, Kadada antennas was up. Her spidey senses was tingling when Suge was stating this, right? Now, here's the thing that is got me bugging out, right? When Kenya Moore did that interview, Dad's baby mother, Kenya Ware, I think her name is, not Kenya Moore. That's the housewife chick. I think her name is Kenya Ware. She did an interview, and when she said that when the shooting happened or whatever, that Sharita was upset and asking was her daughter with them because her daughter went to Vegas with Suge. Now, if I'm not mistaken, Suge told me he didn't have his daughter with him. Now, I don't know if he's saying that he didn't take his daughter with him, because I think that's what he told me. But I learned that I have to take everything with a grain of salt with him, right? But it's either in the Art of Dialogue interview, he addresses Kenya Ware saying that he had his daughter and he denied it, or it was on Collect Calls. But don't hold me to that. I'm going to go back and listen because it's been a minute. But I remember him telling me, because I told him, yo, this girl said, you know, Sharita was worried about you having your daughter. He was like, man, I ain't have my daughter with me out in Vegas. But according to Jamala, Suge pulled up with his 4-year-old daughter and she rode out there with them to Vegas. Suge was in the car with his daughter. Pac, Kadada, uh, Jamala, I think Gaddafi, and maybe one other person was in the car with Pac, Kadada, Jamala. I think it was Gaddafi, and then 3 other people from the Outlaws rode in a different car. All right, um, somewhere around there. Right now, she said, now Suge was in the car with his 4-year-old daughter. Right, and I believed him over Kenya because, well, why would Suge lie? That sounds stupid now. Because I know Suge lied to me before, so and who am I? I didn't grow up with him, or whatever, so he could be telling me anything, right? But